there, partner.
All right, boys, we're back. We did it. Another week. We made it. If you check it out, we got a couple new signs. Morgs was nice and generous to give me a couple of new light ups, a nice on-air sign and a nice Trough Talk sign, which has the episode number. So look to get those going soon. Sick though.
Wow.
We just got to get her on the podcast. She's out in the front room right now, pretending not to listen, but I know she can hear me.
Love that.
Love
the on air.
I know.
Turn the speakers up. Let them all know. We're back, boys. How now?
At least they didn't leave the house this time. But we're back. You're right, Kev. We're fucking back, mate.
Come on.
And we got a couple big UFCs coming up. We got the Super Bowl coming up. But first, I want to start off the most important news of the night. The man who's got all the Broncos stuff on, he just found a captain of his ship. How are we feeling, Turner Meeker?
I mean, couldn't be feeling better. Let's fucking go, man. I mean, can we just get a round of applause, man? Very secretive process, new ownership, and they fucking just put their nuts on the table and said, Sean Payton, let's go. Let's fucking go. So,
go
yeah.
on.
I think that's the guy Russ wanted, so that's why I'm just juiced.
And do you think he actually can tolerate Russ for a full season? I feel like it's more of a chore on him than it is on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, he just came from coaching his fucking kids' Pop Warner team, so I feel like he's in like the perfect mindset right now of any to go deal with this. But what are we thinking for next season? We thinking better than when we did
Oh yeah.
this past?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the thing with Russ is like his kind of legacy's riding on this next season. I mean, some people were saying, hey, his legacy's tarnished because of this season, you know,
right.
5 wins. But I really think he kind of changes his attitude, moniker, and just really buys into everything that just team first. And I think we turn it around. I'm interested to see who's, you know, the staff defensively, obviously, with our good defense. I always repping Jay Sims. But, yeah, I mean, I'm pumped, but I would kind of want to stay quiet because, you know, past years
right
tend to open my mouth before anything happens, and then just horrible since 2015. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to, you know, kind of ride low until the season. Hopefully go to another game, maybe a couple, but, yeah.
Are they coming to San Francisco this year?
No.
They're going to Detroit, though.
Wow.
They are.
They're going to the D.
Love that. Kev, Sean Payton comes up to you when you're playing in New Orleans for him and asks you to be a part of the bounty program, make a couple extra bucks. You joining?
If I got heat with the guy, I'm going to think about it. 100%. Kidding me? You kidding me? You put the right 6 figs in front of me. Hell, 7 if I'm a Pro Bowler. Man, let's get it on, man. Let's see.
Who's who would have to be at QB in order for you to join up? You got any on the hit list? I think Kirk Cousins would be mine. I would love to go destroy Kirky.
I don't even I think it would just be the levity of the game. So if it's like the NFC Championship game and basically someone just kind of gives me a nod on the helmet saying like, you got an extra meal coming if you do what you want to do, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to see red. It don't matter who's back there. I'm coming for your noggin, dude.
Let's go. I love that. A little fire. Boog, how about you? You joining up?
Yeah, I mean, probably. But I mean, the question is knee or noggin. What's the more devastating blow?
I feel like long term, I don't know. I mean, long term it's head. Long term it's knee, and then short term it's head, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you fucking 2 of them, that's fucking immediate.
God, exactly. Unless McDaniel's your coach, then you can squeeze a couple more plays out of the old buck before he goes.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Yeah, but
at least you just make it like an after the hit thing. It might not even have to be. Just get like a 1 clean blow. might not even have to be like go for the injury, but like, hey, if that guy is down, and then if you just want to dart the pile and just smash him, like that's just, I mean, that's essentially kind of the same thing.
No,
I mean, that's maybe just that's 15 yards, and maybe you still even stay in the game.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, shit. After the reffing we saw this weekend, it's who knows if you're staying in the game or not. Shit was so inconsistent. But yeah, I mean, no question for me. I'm joining up for a small price, 5 figures. I think I'm in just for a funsy. Boog, last little tidbit on Sean Payton. He came to New Orleans after the catastrophe that was Katrina. He's coming to Denver after the catastrophe that is the 2022 season. I got faith, man. They're almost identical in damage. What were you gonna say?
I thought you were gonna go the Aurora Theater route, but shout out HP on that one. But yeah, that was disastrous. But,
that's raunchy. That's raunchy.
Shout out HP on the Aurora shooting. I love
Come
that.
on.
No, for the people that were just the references. I was in Denver for the Broncos Niners game, week 3, 11-10. Shout out, but HP was working and he came out to go to dinner with us and spent the night. And so we were out at a bar and we were walking back. This was like around the corner from the Airbnb. And like I was recording and like I was like, I like turned to him, I'm like, let him know. And he just like tapped his head twice and just put it up and said, for Aurora. And I just, I didn't lose it, but it was just like,
that's a classic.
It's a good moment, you know. But RIP, all the lives
shout
lost.
Out, but RIP. Aurora's like the original. I mean, with Columbine and then the Batman shooting, kind of kicked off a couple of bad events.
Very scary.
If we do say so. But I want to move on. Next, reffing, Boog, your boy. Again, Kev, did you see that? Lakers Celtics. You see the end game of that? LeBron's freak out?
Oh, of course. Yeah. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. He just...
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't know why he freaked out more then than he did after they actually lost. I mean, I know why, but after they actually lost the game. Like, it was... I don't understand. But, Kev, what do you think about Pat Beverly going up to the ref with the camera? Is that a soft move or a boss move on his part?
No, that's so bad. I don't know. LeBron James can do that, and it's not even. It's the same thing, but it's Pat Bev. Like, are you kidding me? I'm cutting that guy next day. I'm sorry. And I don't know.
Although he did have a tremendous putback dunk. Like,
yeah, I mean, okay, that's why you're probably not going to cut Pat Bev. He's a dog. I mean, I get it. On the court, you keep him, but all these off the court antics and stuff like that, like, dude, it's not your time. It's not your role. Like, you don't have to be that, like, I don't know, that much. And to grab a camera, like, did he get booted?
Yeah, immediately.
I
thought he went eject out.
No, he didn't get booted.
Oh, then he got off light.
Yeah, he did not get ejected for using a camera onto. Oh my god, that's terrible. You can do anything now in the NBA,
right? And Steph got booted for throwing his mouth guard.
Who's to say someone else wouldn't do that if they know they only get one T?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was that horrendous of a call.
It was. I mean, let's not.
It wasn't even a call. Sorry.
It was. Yeah, it was a miss. Yeah. Big miss. Huge miss.
Horrible. The worst miss ever.
But you can't. It's different if that's like game 6.
Right.
This is game 53.
No, but they need every single game they can get. They started 2-10.
But that didn't even lose you the game. It's
that's
overtime.
2 free throws at point 2.
Well, that's Pat Bev gave him 2 free throw or a free throw right back, so he should be pissed at Pat Bev.
The foul before, the guy literally was running back and then was like, "Nah, foul."
You can't eliminate plays before.
We're only talking about the layup. So bad.
Yes. This is layup only. But you're going to overtime. Like, if that lost you the game, I would be fine with the reaction of LeBron in that moment, 100%.
I understand.
The game is still tied. So you still have a chance to win the game. It's not like it's done deal. But yes, it should have been called.
That is taking a win away.
Essentially, you got to hit a free throw. But yes,
they should be able to go to review on game-winning plays, or 2, if you win your challenge, you retain your challenge. I don't know why you can't retain your challenge. And what LeBron should have done, the Lakers should have walked off. Tropics, Jackie Moon. They should have just been like, all right,
Lakers
we're
off
out.
the court.
100%, because that would have put the
then
league.
That's a guaranteed L.
I know, but that would have put the league in a shit position.
Doesn't do anything to winning percentage.
Yeah.
Why would you walk off the court?
It's bullshit.
You just give the game away.
That was a blatant foul on a game-winning layup. Like, that's just.
Did you see the ref that teed up Pat Bev? His wife is like a diehard Lakers fan. It's just such a bad look.
No, Celtics.
Oh, that's what I meant. Celtics fan. Yeah, like the kids are all in the Celtics jerseys and the Christmas cards and everything.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, a tough look, but
well, it'll be interesting if it boils down to like game 81, game 82.
Right.
You know, then you highlight this moment. If they're in, they're in. Then, you know, you get one on the wrist. But if it comes down to it, you know, maybe down a game or up a game with 2 games to go, maybe nothing's secured because you have the L, you know, so it could swing both ways. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Horse shit.
Well, did you see the apology the NBA refs put out? I mean, it's the cheesiest thing. It's okay. I wrote it down. That's how fucking ridiculous it is. Like everyone else, refs make mistakes. We made one at the end of last night's game, and that is gut-wrenching for us. This play will weigh heavily and cause sleepless nights as we strive to be the best referees we can. What in the fuck?
Stupid.
If that's not
LeBron, we didn't need sleepless nights.
Right? It's just so corny.
We didn't need that one.
If that's not LeBron, that does not get written. I mean, maybe at all. They issue a thing. Their classic 2-minute end of the game, where they state where they might have fucked up, but they don't issue a sleepless nights apology. That is just as bad as it gets. But do you think trying to think, do you think we could ever see refs, like I don't want to say robotic refs, but because I guess you could do it a different way, but do you ever think we see a change up of how NBA games are reffed, whether it be by like person in a booth like they do for like the NFL, like they always have like the ref in the booth. I'm sure they do it for the NBA as well. Or like robotic, or do you think it's too hard of a game to actually do that for, and that we need the human ref involved? I
really think it should be like last 2 minutes. Just like they have like a way, like if there's a missed call, they could like while the team's going down, like stop the game and go back.
It's so tough though, because it's such a game of back and forth that if a team's on a run, blowing the
whistle. I know,
so
that's why it should be in like the last like game winning, like the last minute, or like last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But then have the challenge and you retain the challenge.
Yeah, I never understood losing your challenge if you win the challenge. It never made sense to me. I get that they don't want people challenging every fucking play, and you get a lot more timeouts in NBA, so it's like, if you win, you could keep doing, but it's like, make the fucking right call and you don't have to challenge.
I could be wrong, but I think baseball started with like you lose it if you challenge, but then they said you keep it, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So you get same with baseball. You win it, you can get it again. Use it twice.
Yeah, but I just like baseball is one where it actually makes sense, because I feel like obviously the strike zone should be cut and dry. You can see if guys are safer out. It's an easy thing to do with a robot and then 1 or 2 guys up in the booth. But I feel like basketball would be just so fucking hard to do. Yeah, I don't know. The fucking championship games in football, lots of shitty calls as well. I mean, I don't give a shit about the Niners. I wore a t-shirt in which the Niners had never worn a game on days I wear the t-shirt, and I just decided, you know what?
Thank you.
We're gonna break this curse, and we're gonna get out of this one. And they did not. But even then, I don't really give a shit. There was a lot of blown calls. The fucking left tackle was jumping damn near every play, giving Bosa a hard time, which was hilarious. Because he was getting so pissed off. And then the roughing the kicker. Did you guys see that one? The guy like fucking held all the way through, and then the Eagles guy pushed the Niners player into the kicker, got the roughing the kicker in the first down, ended up going to score. Just a fucking brutal game with your 4th and 5th string QB, I guess. No, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But yeah, I mean, refs, that's one thing with sports. It's never going to change. Refs are always going to be fucking dog shit no matter where you go. Yeah. I don't know if we already talked about this. Kev, you ever been booted from a game?
No, never got ejected.
Boog?
No. Never even got a T in basketball in high school.
I can't believe that.
No.
Just cool, calm, and collected. I love that. Who's in?
Yeah, I never wanted that far.
Who's Harker's division in basketball? Who do you guys play?
When I was playing, it was West Bay Athletic League. So we had Sacred Heart Prep, Menlo, Kings Academy, Pinewood, and us. We were usually the top 5 pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
But it was probably Prep, Menlo, usually always intermixed in the top 3. Sacred Heart Prep.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like
Menlo
they were
always
good,
in the top 3. Yeah, baseball-wise, those 2 schools were good. They just never really played public schools, but, I mean, Menlo had Division I and Sacred Heart Prep. I mean, both guys had Division Is. Yeah. I mean, they were legit. That's some good teams.
Yeah, I went to a Stanford camp with the guy from Menlo that was fucking... He ended up going to Stanford, but yeah, it was like...
Yeah,
he was
like... Freddie Avis.
Is he a big dude?
Like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, okay. I think that might be him.
Yeah, machine. Guy was a stud.
Yeah. No, but it's like... And you never would have never heard of his name, you know what I mean? Just kind of flew under the radar, ended up at a local school, but sick as fuck. You
didn't play the Steed Stangs?
We did. We played Homestead, dude. Steed played every public school, man. We hit everywhere. We always played Willow Glen. I mean, we would dabble everywhere. A, B, C. He would just make calls. Whoever picked up the phone first, we're playing you. We're going to make a day.
The Harker, we always used to play you guys on a weekend. It was like a Saturday game.
Yep, boys, yeah.
Saturday night, Siege bringing Manly's, baby.
Wow.
No, we had too many vegans at Harker, man. Couldn't bring a 12-pack. It'd be me and him just crushing them.
I said Manly's. I should have said who's. That was
either way,
bad
man.
Bad take.
It's all right. Sprinkled donuts are the same almost everywhere, man.
Love that. Kev, what's your go-to donut? Sprink?
Oh, yeah, Sprink, 100%. From who's, man? Give me 3. Probably I'd go all chocolate. Oh yeah, sweets, dude. I mean, I've done the 10,000 calorie challenge, man. Sweets, I can just inhale, man.
You go chocolate, Kev?
I would go definitely chocolate frosting. Probably 2 with like the vanilla cake, 1 with chocolate cake. But all 3 are rocking the chocolate frosting on the top.
I like that. Have I ever told you about my theory of eating donuts upside down, Kev?
No.
Try it. They taste way better. You're putting the frosting right on your tongue as opposed to the other way and chewing it to get it
and getting it murdered on the top of your mouth.
I'm telling you. Try it out.
Dude, kaboom.
Exactly.
I feel like it's a can't miss.
There's so many foods you can do that with. Like, I tried doing it with pizza. Game changer. Even that first extra, because it all gets mixed in eventually, but that first extra, you get that. So good. So good. Man. Turn your nose. I've been preaching it for a long time. Fuck it. Let's get into the Super Bowl, boys. Here we are. The end of the season. Chiefs, Bengals. Fuck the Super Bowl, though. It doesn't matter about the game. Are you boys commercial watchers? You like the Super Bowl commercials or nah?
I mean, I watch them, but I'm not like, ecstatic. I'll always look for a pug here and there, but you'll easily get some of those every other year.
I feel that. How about you, Kev?
Pretty much the same as Boog. I would just say minus pug, but wouldn't mind a pug. Wouldn't mind seeing a pug. That's always a win. But commercials like you said, I'll just watch them. But yeah, I'm never really getting too hyped, or even the halftime. Like I've never really even been.
Wow, dude,
too much into it.
04 halftime show made me a man. I mean, come on. Janet Jackson and Justin. I mean, that's
crazy. It's almost been 20 years, bro.
That is really fucking weird. 19. Wow. That might have been the first tit I ever saw. Now, if I'm thinking about it, I would have been 8 years old.
Huge moment. Are you kidding me?
I mean, thanks, Justin.
Yeah, from Janet J.
I owe you my life. I just rewatched that, like, not recently, but a couple months ago, just because it like popped up, and she kind of looks exactly like I feel like Michael would have if he wouldn't have gone through a lot of those cosmetic surgeries. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, looking back, I don't know if I should feel proud that she made me a man or not. You know what I'm saying?
I take it, badge of honor.
Exactly. But no, I'm a big commercial guy though. I don't give a fuck about the game. Like the Budweiser commercial, give me a couple Clydesdales, clip clopping in. Is there anything better? That beats a pug any day of the week, Boog.
Whoa! First of all, but if your team's not in it, it's really tough to like really care that
give a
much.
Shit. Exactly.
Unless if it gets like a good game towards the end, and it's like okay.
But even then, I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm more of a chaos guy. I just want something bad to happen. I want a team to be blowing someone out and then a huge comeback or something. I want just tears flowing one way or another at the end of the game.
Yeah. Shout out Kobe. And I kind of like a defensive, just, shut down an MVP quarterback type thing. I
feel like that's usually like what we get to.
A 24-10, 24-10, just
here we go.
Win,
Look, if the Lions and the Broncos ever meet in the Super Bowl, we're going.
Wow. I'm in. Third wheeling.
Could be next year. Could be next year.
I don't know if Detroit's window is now opening. I don't know. We'll see.
This is the Chiefs' last rendezvous, and they got lucky. Dude, if I was a Bengals fan and they redid that 3rd and 9,
oh my God,
I would have been through the roof.
There's another reffing thing. How did they fuck that clock management up? I don't even know if you call it clock management. But
the ref literally said, "On my whistle, start the game and the play clock," and then he came back and said, "Oh, they shouldn't have started it because it was incomplete." Stupid. I was on the ref.
Yeah, ran another 120 off the clock, and I mean, just at the end of the game, Bengals ran out of time.
Unreal.
That is super fucked though. That's like one where I don't know how you take that back. That's like I don't even know what that's like.
The Bengals coach just lost it. I was cracking up. I was like, if I was a Bengals fan, whew,
oh yeah,
I feel your pain.
But I mean, how could you want the Bengals to win after their mayor is that big of a fucking cocksucker? Oh my God!
I didn't see that. I didn't see that until after like the whole Kelsey thing.
Really? Oh yeah, trying to get a paternity test and stuff like that. Like he was going above and beyond being a loser. But yeah, Kelsey's speech was amazing. You jabroni. Nah, he's the best. I think the next draft I'm going to do with Josh is going to be a siblings draft, best athlete siblings.
Wow.
Or related. I'm thinking Ken Griffey Jr. Sr. is gonna steal the show here for me. I know that fucking bum doesn't listen to these episodes, so I'll go ahead and say
get it.
Dude, you could get some nasty
Stockton boys.
Wow.
And the Gracie combos.
I didn't even think about MMA. Wow, I'm an idiot. There's some good MMA ones. Holy shit.
Yeah. The Jones family, Chandler, Chris, and John. That's number one in my head.
I'm glad you got the third brother. Most people forget what's his name? The old Chris.
Chris is on the Chiefs. Big boy. Chandler's led the league in sacks. Dude, they've all been at the highest of the high at everything they've done.
Oh, yeah.
That, for me, makes them the best. 3 of them. And they're all built from Zeus and the genetics of just
crazy.
The 100% of the 100%. And it's sick. And they destroy people, and it's awesome. They're all physical sport athletes. We get to see them on big TV.
Oh, yeah. Bold prediction, Bryce and Bronny win multiple championships and become the number one brothers.
Oh, wow. You think they win them together?
Together?
Yeah.
Together.
Jinx.
Bring LaMelo and Lonzo on Lake Career.
Oh
Let's get
my
that
God.
made.
Wait, what about Mimi? Get LiAngelo in there. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. You need a
Right.
fifth. Get LiAngelo in there.
He could just he could base more on
Exactly.
the
Let him be the 14.
That's so good. LiAngelo, dude.
Clubhouse guy.
I thought he was going to be the truth. I hate to say it. I thought he was going to sneak in there and end up being.
I was with you.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be nice.
Kev was a big LiAngelo. Kev's a
Yeah.
big ball. We're all big ball
Oh,
guys.
exactly. I know.
I love
the
LiAngelo.
balls.
Yeah. Because he would get like 52 and like 16 boards. And like
Exactly.
he had the most unique stat line sometimes out of all of them. He'd have like 67, 2, and 1. And be like, what?
And he just kind of doesn't look like he belongs. He's got like a different body type than all of them. It's just kind of
just going to the rim,
machine.
never always could
Yeah.
finish. Yeah. High school him was just, yeah, dude, those stat lines were
That is
nuts.
Amazing. Yeah, my cousin's the band teacher over at was it Canyon Heights or wherever they went? No, wherever the
Chino Hills.
Chino Hills. Yeah, my bad, not Canyon
At
Heights.
Chino?
Yeah.
Wow.
My bad.
Dude, they had other lottery picks around the same time too.
Yeah.
People forget. Like that, they were nuts, dude.
That one team was raw.
Dude, yeah, their starting five went like all lotto except LiAngelo.
Which is crazy.
Something like that. Yeah,
and I
dude,
think he
that's
would have
nuts.
if he didn't do the whole China shit, stealing stuff. I think he
I
would
know.
have his stock dropped off so much with him and his dad. It was just like no one wanted
Yeah.
to touch it.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
wonder if like LaMelo still goes to UCLA and all that shit. If that doesn't happen.
I mean, you would think probably.
I mean, if Lonzo's welcome back, I mean, you probably don't say no to the other guys.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think
They're cool now. Like,
oh yeah.
they're not,
LaMelo did it right though. He fucking went to the old Euros and then came back. I think he's the best. I think he's way better than fucking God. What's the other one? I can't even think.
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
Been out with a knee, man. Just hasn't been able to recover, I think.
Right.
I know. It's fucked.
I know.
But yeah, fucking the balls. Triple B. Wow, maybe we get a Triple B logo for Trough Talk. Let's get it going.
Wow.
I can't believe
Little
it.
something in their font or something like that. A little
Exactly.
something, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll screw around.
Shout it out.
Shout out.
Let's go.
Before we move on to the UFC, who do you guys have winning the Super Bowl though? Predictions.
I'm going with my guys in KC, man.
Wow.
I'm going.
That's
Touchdown in the Mo. I'm riding with the Mo.
the Mo train.
I respect that.
What about you, Boog?
Can't root for a division rival, so unless they're playing the Niners, so I'm going to go with the Eagles. And it's funny because all year I have this guy, my friend who I went to Ohlone with.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him go back and forth on sports. Like he hates LeBron. I obviously love LeBron. We go back and forth, and we go back and forth with our sports teams. And he's an Eagles fan. And all year I'm like, you're gonna get humbled. You're gonna get humbled. Like I've been in your spot where you keep talking. You think you're hot stuff. You're gonna get humbled. Trust me. And then last week I was like,
did you send them
I
the
texted in the group chat.
AVP meme?
Yeah, I literally was like, I'm an Eagles fan this weekend. Like I hate the Niners. And then I was hoping the Bengals beat the Chiefs, obviously, and then I would have rooted for the Bengals because I didn't want the Eagles to win. But then, of course, the Chiefs win. And I said again, I'm like, I guess I got to go Eagles.
Wrong with you again.
Yeah, and then a kid who was in our class is a Raiders fan, and I was like,
Oh boy.
bro, I can't believe we got to root for the Eagles. He's like, I know, bro, it's so tough.
So shitty. Oh my god. AFC West. That's crazy. You guys' division could be like one of the best next year. Like a couple tight ends, or not tied ends, tied up ends, you know what I mean? On a couple teams on the Raiders and on the Broncos, and it's like could very
I'm interested
easily be.
I'm interested to see where the what's his face goes. Where the Raiders go for quarterback. Like if they try to get Brady, or
That's
they
what
try
I
to get
heard.
someone in the draft.
I don't know about the Brady in Vegas. After this year, I don't know how you could. Yeah, I heard that too, but I don't know how you could want.
McDaniels is there, and Gruden was the reason he didn't go in the first time.
Yeah, no, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, is he not old? Did we not see that?
True.
I don't know.
They didn't have a run game.
No, for sure. That whole team was fucked up.
Yeah.
But
Josh Jacobs, free agent. He's probably coming to Denver. Him, Saquon, or Tony.
Where do you get? You just making shit up on the fly now?
I look at the odds. I swear. Look at the odds. I swear.
All right. Well, if it happens, we'll say you
clip this.
You
and when it, yeah,
exactly.
When it happens, we're gonna clip this.
You talking Tony Pollard?
Yeah.
Tony Pollard's nice.
With Javonte?
Tony Pollard is a game changer. I would, if you can't get the big dog, pay Tony Pollard a little more than someone else is willing. That'd be a sick piece.
We're gonna get one. We're gonna get a running back, a good one.
Keep dreaming, buddy.
Huh?
So keep dreaming, buddy.
Or just feed LT a quick 10 mil and say, "Let's go, huh, Kev?"
Yeah, ice bath the thighs, baby. Get your ass 1,000 yards, LT, baby, LT.
Him and Javonte. Let's
go. 15 tutties. Stay healthy, baby.
That is good.
We need guys who can catch in this Sean Payton offense. It's gonna be just like Kamara and Drew Brees.
Wow, Saquon would be sick.
Dump off after dump off, dude. If he came, I came.
That's bad.
Kev loved that one.
You're an idiot.
Oh, what?
Kev loved that one. Nice.
Kid always brings me down with him.
I know. That's how
makes me read his McGregor on the
right. That's what I mean. All the Meekers, they tied that anchor around your ankle, and they just come down with me. Come join me. No, I got high hopes for the Bronx, though. I just
appreciate that
for your sanity. That is, we need it for both. Yeah. Let's move on. Little UFC. We got a fight night coming up. Late card this weekend. How we feel about the late card? It's kind of like breakfast for dinner, huh? It's like
I'm weird. So down.
You say you're so down?
Yeah. I mean, why not? You're chilling. There's nothing to do at night. I don't know. I don't see too much going on for my Saturday night anyway. So if I just want to chill and just, maybe late night watch some fights, I'm down. I like the change up. I mean, it's not like they're going to do this often. So, every, just a little once a year piece or something.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be in Korea. And then what happened with that again? Was it a couple fighters pulled out that were supposed to be fighting, or
just the zombie?
That's right.
So that's why they pulled it.
So they pulled it, and then they had that time slot, I guess, already. So it just kind of fucking
because they have that the stuff they did in Singapore with like the fight tournament.
Yeah,
with like those different guys. So they have the finals for like all those fights.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then but I feel bad for people on the East Coast. 1 a.m. is way worse than fucking 10 p.m. But it's like one of those cards where it's like if you fall asleep, you could just go watch the highlights.
And that's what. I don't see it getting too popular online where people are going to be fucking posting everything to where it's going to ruin it for you.
Just set an alarm for the main event type thing.
There you go. That's a good call. Would you rather have the 1 a.m. slot or like a 7 a.m.? I feel like the 1 a.m. is kind of cool. It brings you back to like the 1990s before MMA was like legit, you know what I mean? Like kind of undergroundy. Like, I don't know.
Now, see, if you were going to shack up with buddies and do it at 1 a.m.,
right?
Hell yeah.
It'd be fun.
Maybe if you're by yourself, you're probably maybe a little less likely. But if you got people to do it with, hell yeah.
But it depends on the card, like Rocky Drago, people are staying up 1 a.m. on fucking Christmas night. That's all I know.
You're an idiot. You're probably right though. But it's crazy to think that the UK guys go through that like every week, watching fights in the UK. It's just a fucking grind. I don't know if I would be as big of an MMA fan if I fucking lived there at all.
Yeah.
Crazy. Are they doing the Usman card at that time?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't even looked. I would assume so, just because
I hope that's an early card. That'd be nice.
That would be. I mean,
what day is that? I might be in. Kev, when's your spring break?
April.
Let's go to Pismo and watch it.
Dude, I took the fucking words right
in
out.
March,
Let's go.
It's supposed to be at 7. It's supposed to be.
Yours is in April?
Yeah.
Kev.
Fuck.
Well, we can still
I
do
can
a
still go to
Pismo
Pismo
trip.
on a
Yeah, it's
weekend.
fucking right there. Well, Boog, let's if you're home, let's pencil that in, huh?
Yeah.
Pismo Pod.
Wow, I'm
What
down.
days your
Fight companion, Leon. If it matches up.
I'm 100% in. Everything travels well.
Wait, no.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, confirm your spring break, man.
And it doesn't. It's all right, Boog.
But wait a minute. We got things past.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch coming up. While we're here, how do we feel
what
about?
if it's John Jones?
That's what I was going to
that'd be
say. That's
early.
the March. Yeah,
I wanted to
It's a
say
little
you guys come to Reno for that, but
I'm coming.
Dude, April 8th is the Pajeda Adesanya.
no. Yeah, April 8th.
Yeah, that could be a spring
Is that
break
Easter
window.
weekend?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're firing tangies right now, though, boys. Huh?
That's fine. Fuck it.
It's a fucking pod, baby. Fucking roadie.
Well, while we're just
But,
bullshitting, how do you guys feel about the Jake or the Logan Paul shit?
Wait, sorry, I don't
No,
wanna
you're good.
interrupt.
You're good. Keep going.
When's the Leon?
March 18th.
Is that it?
We can do it.
Yeah.
We can definitely do it. Well, just my spring break starts on like 20th.
Oh shit. So how are you gonna?
No,
Get
you're
out.
on the weekend then, because that's a Monday.
Yeah, I know.
So you finish the 17th, so that's your first day off.
Yeah. Oh, I
It's
see what
March
you mean.
18th.
It's technically the first
Yeah.
day off is the Monday.
Oh, you're
Then-
loving
I
life.
would.
You're loving life that day.
So I could drive back the night of Thursday after class. We could go Friday to Pismo
Perfect.
and then do the companion Saturday. Or Kev, you could either drive up Friday night or Saturday morning. Well, if it's depending on the time, you might have to do Friday night.
I know. I was thinking to myself, would you be there Friday during the day? I can just
And
slash the 17th and take it off.
That's what I'm
And
We're
thinking.
Pismo?
going to
too.
actually do it.
Yeah, we could send in the morning.
Wait, what?
He's saying send the
We could go in
morning,
the morning
of Friday,
Friday.
if we take.
Yeah,
it
that's what
off.
I'm saying. So we have all day Friday. Probably get one. All day Saturday, get another one.
Yeah,
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm down.
right, and go
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Down.
hell, okay, sick.
Perfect.
Let's go. I'm in for that. And I'll do that too.
Yeah, I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll do the first fight companion. We'll see how that goes. Might be a little chaotic the first one, trying to get all the kinks out, but I think
Especially fucking using the fucking TVs in Pismo.
oh geez,
7 remotes for one fucking TV.
and a black box
None
that
of
we
them.
can use.
None of them
Yeah.
fucking work. It's like, where's the fucking? What are you doing?
Hey, Dan tries. He's doing his best, man. He got you a PS5, kinda.
No comment. He got taught a PS5, low key.
That's fair. That's fair. How do we feel about Logan Paul joining the UFC? Kind of had one of the sickest moves ever in WWE on the Royal Rumble this weekend. But I don't feel like the UFC bringing him in is quite the best idea. I don't care what it's for. Like, he's tied to WWE. WWE's fake. They're in trouble for the James Krause fucking fixing fights. I mean, I know it's all kind of abstract, but I feel like ties in together in one way or another. At least I think it does. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just weird to have him when Dana and his brother have been beefing for so long too.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think of, Kev? What do you think of fighters saying or calling out Jake Paul for not talking shit about his brother for sharing the sponsorship money with fighters? Because Prime's taking all the money that they're getting. They're not splitting it with fighters, doing equal or increasing fighter pay like his brother wants. Do you think kind of contradictory to his brother, or what? Kind of a tough spot, right?
I mean, these boys, I mean, these guys have proved they're two different people.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan can get in front of Dana White, and that's how Dana White does business. That's how Dana White does business. I mean, there's so many people bitching and complaining. Like, dude, if I got a chance to make a shitload of money, I'm going to be looking out for me and mine. And if that, sometimes if that hurts people's feelings, like if I want to find a way to get the other guys involved and that's discussed, sure. But I'm sponsoring the drink, right? That's it.
Right. I guess, yeah.
Okay. I mean, but I guess, do the guys got to drink it? Like, I don't know. I see all the topsy-turvy, but like, I don't know. Like, he's not obligated to do that. I guess is kind of what I'm getting at. So it's like, guys, there's a method to try and build yourself up to get more money. And it's not necessarily always in the octagon. Like, I mean, there's avenues now. Like, I don't know. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort in and out. Like, it's a tough lifestyle, I assume. But I don't know. There's a lot of complaining about it. And it's just like, what are you going to do? Guy made a deal. Guy makes a deal. Like, you guys weren't involved. Like, sometimes when it's an outside affiliate with the UFC, that's how it goes.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. But do you think, I mean, but going on top of that, Boog, do you think it's like Dana trying to capture that YouTube generation of kids? I mean, there's a huge push for Prime right now. Like, it's sold out goddamn everywhere. The people are selling it on eBay for 10 times the markup. And that was another thing that crossed my mind. Do you think that might be something he's doing here?
I think that's exactly what he's doing, and I think that's why he's like kind of in a partnership with Logan Paul. And it's like weird. I saw a tweet today where it was like, Dana White's and the UFC page is promoting all this slap fighting, and now he's signing a deal with Logan Paul, and his energy is like, or his hydration drink. And all this stuff like that. It's just like such a weird time in the UFC type of like just trying to cater to the younger generation. But I think Tyron Woodley brought up a great point about Jake Paul and the sponsorship stuff, saying that he doesn't think it's real. He hasn't proven that it's real because Tyron Woodley said I fought for free. He's like Jake Paul's always been the A side in all his fights. He's never been like the B side. He's never been like kind of like he hasn't made dirt cheap to fight type of stuff.
Right.
Like he's always made a pretty good amount. So like that's more a ploy to like go at Dana White than it is actually like he actually cares about the fighters and stuff like that. And on Jake Paul, shout out Luke Rockhold for wanting that fight.
Do you think Luke's actually going to fight him? Do you think Dana actually said those words to him?
I doubt, but that is hilarious. I saw that.
Can you explain, or do you want me to? One of the two's got to explain that real quick.
You can
so
explain.
He was talking to Luke Rockhold, who recently just retired from the UFC. He might come back, might not. After his last fight against Paulo Costa, but he was doing an interview with Helen Yee, and he was basically saying, Dana released me from my UFC contract because I asked him to, and he went out there and he said, go kick Logan, or go kick Jake Paul's ass. And he was like just so Luke Rockhold about it, like awkwardly like moving around, like doing his weird shit that he does. It was so fucking funny though. But Kev, how do you see that fight going?
Look that up.
Oh yeah, it's worth it. They do end up fighting. You think, with Helen Yee. Do you think Luke can get it done against old Jakey boy?
I hope so. I mean, I'd be pulling for Rockhold. I mean, if he gets that fight, that'd be
sure
so
runs.
Yeah, dude. I'm in on Rockhold. I hope he fights again. I don't give a shit where I'm going to be watching.
I don't know. Fucking, they interviewed Perillo, and Perillo wasn't too confident, and that's
really, I didn't see
not
that.
a good sign when your head coach is.
Okay.
That's
Perillo knows all. I wouldn't F with Perillo.
Perillo was like, he literally was like, after the last fight backstage, Luke was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm so done." Like, so literally, Perillo was like, "I'll believe it when I see it," and like when we actually get there.
That's tough. Oh, that hurts to hear from your coach, your head coach.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, but shout out Mike Perry. I mean, he's actually in the Wims fucking.
Literally gonna say
waiting for
one
the
of my
fight.
predictions could be. I hope one day we wake up and it's just breaking news.
I mean, with Tommy Fury
out again.
Exactly. I was gonna say anything's possible with that fight. I feel like there's probably a 40% chance Perry gets the fight. As of right
Glasses and wires. Are we seeing one of these type of fights where it's just not going to happen?
No, I think someone's fight. I think Jake Paul's fighting, but I don't know who. That's the thing. I don't know if Tommy's got the stones.
I hope it's Mike Perry.
That would be sick.
I hope it's Mike
just
Perry.
To see him get paid and be richer than all the fucking UFC guys.
Oh my god! Did you see the Portnoy Rogan?
About Tommy Fury?
Portnoy, yeah.
He's not a real boxer. He's not a real boxer. Show me a video.
That was so funny. Rogan was actually cursing at him. And
I was gonna say it got kind of awkward for a second, and you could tell Portnoy kind of gave it up after a while, but he kept riding it. He's like, he's not. Show me. He's not a real boxer. That's not. I grew up watching boxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only seen Rogan get like that a couple of times. And boy, oh boy, is it funny. Just awkward as shit. Don't forget, folks, young Jamie did bring me up, by the way. I was on the Joe Rogan Experience. Shout out. Like 2 months ago, he pulled up I commented on an old tweet or something like that. It was some stupid shit. Didn't even say my name. Just brought up my Twitter profile, but hey. I knew.
Dude, that counts. That's sick.
I was on the JRE, baby. So good. All right, let's get into some fights. Wow. First off, before we have the 284 next weekend, we have Fight Night this weekend. I know we got into it a little bit about the timing. Yeah, we really got off on some tangents there. Coming back.
I love it.
Are there any fights you guys like? There's one in particular that stands out, the Doo-Ho Choi fight for me, the Korean Superboy coming back after nearly 3 years laying off. He's fighting Kyle Nelson, kind of a bum if I do say so myself, 1-4 in his last 4. I feel like they kind of set up this fight for the Superboy being in Korea, or was supposed to be in Korea. I feel like you don't really feed your...
South.
Thanks, fucker. You don't feed your country's superstar to the wolves in that home country. That's the big one that stands out for me. Is there anyone that you guys like here? This card, it's just kind of
the main, but it's gonna be tough for Lewis.
It is.
Get that Blades uppercut ready.
Well, before we go to Lewis, let's go to the other heavyweights first. There's Tabura versus Ivanov, and that's another fight that kind of excited for. Marcin, I feel like they're kind of slow playing him a little bit, which is a good thing in the heavyweight division. I feel like you're always kind of 2-3 wins away from a title shot, especially now they're kind of slowing down with Francis gone. That's another fight I like. Like you said, Boog, back at the Apex, small octagon, heavy guys in the small octagon, always some fun. Well, I guess it's fucking polar opposites. It's always fun, or you get the Francis fucking Derek Lewis fight. That's another one I'm stoked on. Yeah, there's really not too many fights. Devin Clark's fighting Jung Daun, but really no Turner. But then yeah, the main card, or the main event, is the one that was supposed to happen last November. It's Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivac, and
Polar Bear.
The Polar Bear, kind of a sick nickname.
Oh yeah, so sick.
He looks like a friggin' polar bear.
Yeah, totally does.
His face, literally, not even just being big and white. His face kind of looks bearish.
Got the big beard too, man.
Yes,
he's had it before.
But But this fight was called off because Lewis ended up with COVID. I didn't know that's what it was. Just released, I think this week. That
it was COVID? I didn't know.
It ended up being COVID. And I was thinking maybe that's why he's looked so slim in the past. I wonder if the COVID really fucked him up. Have you seen how thin he's looking right now?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he could go down to like 205. You know what I mean? It's like kind of weird.
Yeah.
But Kev, do you think he's gonna lose what made him Derek Lewis by losing all that weight? I feel like all that mass is kind of what allowed him to just get up when he was on the ground and starch people.
Yeah, I would agree. I think if Spivac's able to get hands on Lewis, I don't know. I'm not confident in Lewis getting up. I really think you replay that fight over, Lewis versus Blades. I mean, that was a Hail Mary prayer answer. Great shot.
Yeah.
Great uppercut. I mean, you could have got him in the chest. You could have missed him a little bit here. I mean, he came and dinged him. I mean, kudos to Lewis, but that's maybe, I don't know how often he's going to do that on a reel of 5 or 7 shots in a row, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. I think this could be a tough exit if Lewis loses. Like, where are you sending him? He's just kind of straight slide down. But I don't know. I hope to see a good fight. But I'm picking Spivac to win.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, well, where does he go from here if he does lose? He's lost 2 in his hometown. His only 2 wins have come at the Apex over Daukus and Blades. And like you said, I mean, how many times is that going to happen? The Daukus won 1,000 in a row, but the Blades one probably.
He's 2-0 at the Apex.
In his last 5, he's 3-2, 2 wins at the Apex. Yeah. So, I mean, he's the guy that does take advantage of that small octagon. I feel like tries to cut guys off more, but like
I was going to say that might change what I think. If he's 2-0 at the Apex and he's back there,
right?
I don't know.
Just a comfortable.
I don't know. Maybe he likes it.
Spivac boys with delete say Kev's boy.
Wow. Now you got it, Kev.
List miss card.
It's gonna be a household name, people.
I was gonna say your whole year's riding on Delidze.
I know that Marvin fight is really where it lies. He wins, it's going. If he loses, I get stuffed.
We're gonna have to wait another year. Boog, what do you think happens this main event? Spivac Lewis.
Well, I did lose money on Spivac one time in Vegas.
You were actually in Vegas?
Greg Hardy. What?
Were you actually
in Vegas? Yeah, it was for the Colby Masvidal fight.
Nice.
And
you have an intruder?
A little shout out Anthony Smith. Okay, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I kind of agree with Kev. Murdered. It's gonna be a tough one for Lewis, but I like I don't know, kind of like the weight how he looks on the scales, but I kind of like the weight drop. He's probably going to be light on his feet and stuff like that. So maybe it's good for quickness, but yeah, might be a tough night at the office for Derek Lewis.
Yeah,
but he's always got that bomb
for sure, and that's the thing. I just hope losing that weight didn't take that bomb away. If it makes it even quicker, holy hell, someone might be in trouble. But yeah, I don't know with Lewis losing all that weight. Like you said, it could be a really good thing for him. Could be his demise. I'll say I'm taking Lewis. Fuck it. I feel like it's a lose and go home for him. Like you said, Kev, kind of in a tough spot. He could be a gatekeeper if he wants, but I feel like that's not who Derek Lewis is. He's fucking there to. What's up, Boog?
If he loses. Wherever Francis goes, D. Lewis, Francis Part 2.
Wow.
What if that was bare knuckle?
That would be. I think that should be legal.
I think it should be too.
That would be fucking crazy. Oh my god. I think it would turn into a replay of just no one throwing. I think they would be too frightened.
What if that happened again?
I wouldn't blame them, honestly. I mean, what the fuck? But
that's the most KOs in the UFC history is Lewis.
Yeah. which is kind of crazy.
Which I mean, that's a huge free agent piece, though. If he's still like moving, he'll get a nice piece from somebody.
And especially people who sign Francis, no one has a deep heavyweight division. They're gonna need guys. So it's like you bring Lewis in, that's one more guy. There's history. There's a lot of things. I think I would love to see that in the PFL. That way you can get the fucking sensors on the gloves, see how hard they're fucking throwing. That would be sweet. But yeah, Lewis Spivac, that's this weekend. It's also this weekend. If you're listening to this before Saturday, Joe Thoreau, Willow Glen alumni, is fighting over in Santa Cruz Saturday night. That's where I will be. Local MMA, pretty fun stuff. Go get a ticket, $50. Lots of good times. Gonna be lots of drunk people, probably some brawls in the crowds, but that's what we're there for. Yeah, go support Joe. Great guy. All right, let's move on to the next one. 284.
Ranked, if I'm not mistaken, right?
What?
Ranked or
champ?
Wow.
The CCF champ, the Central Coast Fighting champ, I think. So he's got the belt, and a guy just.
Are you gonna tweet out and still this weekend?
Oh yeah, if you come on, let's go. No, I don't. Not on Twitter. I don't follow him. I'll put it on Instagram if he gets the dub. Got to show some support to the boy. I went over yesterday and picked up my ticket over at. He trains at Dark Horse in downtown San Jose. Kind of the sickest atmosphere ever being in a fight gym. There's just shit going on everywhere. It's like I was very, very enthused. Kind of got me in the mood to start going. I was like, fuck. He's like, come down whenever. Come get some rounds. I was like, fuck. All right. Just don't beat my ass. But no, he's a good guy. He would never. 284, let's hop in. Kev, how are we feeling about 284 as a whole?
I mean, you got to really do a little digging to kind of find some good action here if you don't know names. But, I mean, this was the card that was supposed to have Whitaker Costa. Tough. But, I mean, we've got some solid. I mean, we got Yair, Josh Emmett.
Huge.
It's a good fight. Interim title.
Interim.
You know, obviously, also, oh, jeez. We got Islam Bolt. You know, I mean, there's beef at the top. But, I mean, if you look at the main card, just top to bottom, you got, if you've never seen Randy Brown, Randy Brown's a pretty entertaining fighter. He's fighting Magdalena.
That's Boog's
Australian
boy.
or New Yeah.
One round.
You know, I think that could be a good fight. I don't know, one round, but it would probably be hopefully a good round if it is one. But again, if anyone's ever seen Parker Porter's not going to wow you if you see him step on a scale at a heavyweight. But Parker Porter has put on some bangers at the Apex. So if you haven't seen him, it might be tough. You don't know the name, but that heavyweight fight, it's going to be some action. Porter's a tough dude.
Great name, though.
And he's fighting Justin Taffa, which is another guy. He's fighting at home, which is going to be sick.
Wait, he's fighting Justin Taffa?
Yeah.
Is that the like tattooed guy, like Adesanya's camp?
Yeah. I don't know if he's CK.
Or no, that's like Tyson Pedro.
He's fighting too.
Who's fighting? Yeah.
Tyson Pedro's fighting.
Tyson Pedro's fighting too. Yeah. He's fighting a guy who's making his return back to the UFC. Modestas.
He's my boy. He's the one that got kicked by Roundtree. Remember Khalil Roundtree sidekicked his knee and fucking just exploded it?
Yes.
But he went to Cage Warriors, became the champ.
Yeah.
First fight back in the UFC. So he's on a 2-fight heater out of Cage Warriors, but he's like the sickest guy. Yeah.
He was 185. Now he's up to 205. He's fighting Tyson Pedro at 205.
Which is
in his return to the UFC, goes on the road. Crazy.
You're definitely rooting for the other guy, huh?
Huh?
You're definitely rooting for that guy, huh?
Oh, I mean, if you're trying to get a parlay piece and you want to throw in a big one, Modestas is probably a pretty big underdog. But
I think so.
I'd like to see. He fought hard. I remember this guy a little bit.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there, and he's up a weight class. So
yeah,
I just hope to see a good
short notice.
action.
I think so.
Dude, it makes me feel like it is.
Yeah, I think Pedro's guy pulled out 2 weeks ago. If I'm not mistaken, 2-3 weeks ago.
There you go.
I got Pedro quick.
Well, no, Bukowskis has been he's been training. He actually looks really fucking good. And I don't know if he. Do you know if he fought at 205 in Cage Warriors or if it's because he did? Okay. Yeah, and he looked. I watched those fights just because they came on like Fight Pass. They came through, but he looked pretty good. And it's like,
obviously, a KO and a decision.
Yeah, hard to get a read off.
Sure dog, Kev.
Sure dog, Kev.
Sure dog, dude. I was not on a fucking bone, dude. I was in it. I saw that
Johnny
name,
Bones,
because he's tied to the one guy that Pajeda always throws the knee. That shirt is sick, though.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Kev, I'm with you. I'm a Tapology guy, but I was just devouring data today. You ever go on Tapology?
Oh yeah, I went on that more for the awards. Sherdog was just that was over Tapology when I googled it, and that's just where I went today. I just flip flop usually.
I feel that. But yeah, no, that fight I'm super stoked for. I honestly, like Boog said, probably going to be Pedro with all the circumstances. He's fighting at home. We know the city kickboxing guys usually feed off momentum. So if Shane Young can start us off on the card, I would take Tyson Pedro, but probably wouldn't make that bet until after I see the first shitty kickboxing guy go. But another one on the prelims, Jamie Malarkey. I mean, I don't know how he ends up. He might be even early prelims. But yeah, that's Jamie Malarkey versus Francisco Prado. But another huge fight, not even on the main card. But the main card, crazy. Jimmy Crute. Any Jimmy Crute fans in the building?
Yeah, Jimmy Crute. He got hurt. It's his return fight, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And he had one of those weird foot things too, where his foot went dead and he was just limping and rolling all over his foot and shit. Yeah. But I'd like to see, him versus Alonzo Menefield. I think that'll be a banger of a fight. The guy's back at home. The crowd's going to be going crazy. I feel like he could be what we wanted Tai Tuivasa to be as for the Australians. You know what I mean? Like, he seems like a fun. I mean, Tai Tuivasa's Tai Tuivasa, but he's not winning fights like he could be. I feel like Jimmy Crute could be that guy. But then, Boog, how do you feel about Jack Della Maddalena?
Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah,
got a smushed nose, but I think he's next.
Really? I think Randy Brown's going to beat him.
Really?
Shall we make a wager?
What do you want to do on it? Randy Brown has been iffy in his last couple fights.
$10.
Bet a who's run. Don't even bet money. Bet a who's run.
I do that. Or
I'll bet a who's run.
Who's run?
Drinks included. You know, the whole nine.
All right, a pimp out whose job. I'm in on that. But wait a minute, hold on. Job. Is there a donut shop in or around Pismo?
Ooh, I know there's one that Boog doesn't like, a cinnamon roll shop that he's got a fucking hit on.
Is there like a sweet
I'm not gonna name names, but someone took us to a donut shop and it was horrendous.
Todd's friend took him to a donut shop, and it was not up to Boog's Who's Donut standards. I think he even suggested that we make a drive to Slodoco or something like that if we were to do donuts. I forget what you said. You said something.
I got some good spots.
Okay, so we'll put it on that.
Love that.
Huh?
Put that in notes. We got to circle that. We're putting a little.
I really hope that car's like 11 a.m. Then we could like maybe go downtown slow at night or downtown fucking Pismo, out on the town. What up, fucking Chinese?
Oh my word!
All right, I signed it for both of you guys too, so it's official.
All right, let's go.
Love that, Jack.
Let's go, Randy B.
Randy B. That's fun.
You're gonna see this after he's gonna do this, and they're taking the squad pick.
Yeah.
All right, boys. It's good to be home, Perth.
And then we got the co-main. Co-main, it's like you said, Kev, interim for the 145, and the winner of that will be facing off against the guy in the main event, Alexander Volkanovski. But how do you see this one going? Do you see Yair doing what he does, or do you see Josh Emmett kind of making his mark?
You asking me first, Jim?
I said Kev, but Boog, you can go.
Oh,
my bad.
Okay.
I might have got lost.
No,
we're in a little bit of a delay. I see.
Okay.
Now.
Go ahead, Katie.
No, I got you. But I would say I like Yair, but Emmett is a true one-punch bomb guy. I mean, that overhand right that Josh Emmett can throw, if it lands, if Yair's getting a little too wild, a little too close, at least can really change the fight.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't know, man. Yair is way more athletic, but I'm going to talk myself out of it. I'm going Emmett. I think Emmett's going to win. I think Emmett's going to just be a little bit more technical, and I think Emmett is very durable. I think unless Yair really gets something that maybe Emmett can't see, that gets him. But I like Emmett being able to stay on his feet and the ability to wrestle if things are getting weird.
Right, and I like.
I'm going Emmett.
I think I agree, and I like him against Volk more than I like Yair against Volk. I think Volk just destroys Yair. I don't know why, but I think he just kind of walks through him, gets him on the ground, and kind of fucks him up. But like you said, Emmett got a little bit better of a wrestling pedigree. I think can mix it up a tad bit better. But yeah, Boog, how about you? We're rocking with Yair or Josh today?
I gotta be honest. This has to be up there, top 3. I'd say one of probably the most undeserving title fight, even though it's interim, that I've ever seen. Yair gets pieced up by Max, and then Ortega has you could count that as a sub, but
right.
It was kind of portrayed as a freak accident type of injury. Ortega dislocated his shoulder against Yair, so it's kind of like it would be like giving Jan that title fight coming off that Rakic, even though he ended up getting it under the circumstances. But
right,
it's just like, and then Emmett was all cut up, and a lot of people, including me, including Kev, including probably Jim, thought Cater beat Emmett. And so it's like...
It was close for sure.
I rewatched that fight like a day ago, and I really kind of looked at it for Emmett and stuff like that. But
who did you have?
I can't, dude. The round for me that swings it is the first round. The first round, I think, was the least amount of activity, which when I watched it back, I only watched it once, and I thought 2-5, it was 2-2. And so I didn't really see whoever had the first round probably decided the fight.
Right.
That's just what I was looking at. But I have to go back and watch the first round because it was so like little touches, not much. They were like dancing for like the first like 70 seconds maybe, or at least like 40, something in that gap. But still, that's just tough to judge. You have nothing to look at. But I rewatched it. But I don't know. I had 2-2 with 2-5. But yeah, I get what you're saying though, dude. Like they didn't even do anything to really.
Here's a scenario. That fight's either a snooze fest or like bad decision, could go like kind of like one of those fights.
Mm-hmm.
And then Arnold Allen dust Max in 2. It's like
I'm with
Volk
this.
Volk needs a lot of time coming off the Islam fight. It's like, how do you?
What do we do
just
here?
because you have that belt? It's just like it's not. There's no clear number one. It's just like.
Yeah.
If Yair wins, he's doing it with a head kick.
Ooh, I like that. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be a knockout if he wins. That's what I feel. It's gonna be something like you said, Kev. Something he doesn't see, and he's gonna hit him with something funky, and it's gonna be a lights out.
Dude, Cater didn't throw a single kick. Like he hasn't seen a kick in a minute, and Yair throws heaters.
Yeah. Oh,
one might just slip by.
I would love that. Honestly, I kind of want Yair to win, but I just don't see it happening. But like you said, Boog, neither of those guys are deserving champs. Like in my opinion, it just feels like the top is so far beyond the rest of the division there, that I don't know where you go. Like you just have Holloway gatekeeping for Arnold Allen. Yeah. I think Arnold Allen gets smoked by Volk. I mean, I hate to say it. I don't know if you're that high on the Arnold Allen wagon, but I don't think he beats him either. So I don't know where that division goes.
I think part of it is like, it's so weird why the UFC does this, but like they kind of want to, because Volk's going for 2 belts, kind of push that featherweight fight on him, kind of be like, you know, a week after, be like, hey, we got this champion versus champion, or double champ versus interim champion fight coming up. Like, when are we doing this type stuff? So, yeah, I think that's kind of another reason why they did it. But I mean, that could easily be like headline the fucking San Antonio card that's coming up. They got Arena Aldana and Raquel Pennington 2 headlining it, and it's like, okay, you got Sandhagen and Vera in the Apex. You got fucking all these fights in the Apex, and it's like, what do we do? Like, if the Holloway, who knows where the Holloway Arnold fight's gonna be? It's like that fight could be headlining a fight night. Like, it doesn't have to be. If the Costa Whitaker fight was still on the Perth card, like, they didn't need that interim fight, but that's just how the UFC operates.
Yeah, I still don't even know if they needed that interim on that card. It feels a little bit forced, but at the same time, I feel like, I don't know if they're contractually obligated to put a certain amount of title fights in a different country each year. You know what I mean? I feel like there's so many behind the doors, like little dealings that we have no idea about, like with TV deals and shit. It's like, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Whoever wins that's going to have their fucking hands full. I hope Volk makes it out of this fight uninjured, or at least not seriously injured. But Boog, how do we think this next fight goes? We're at the 155 for the title. Islam Makhachev. How do you say his name? I've heard it so many different times. Makhachev.
Right?
I knew that was coming.
You teed him up.
I know, I shouldn't have, Kev. That was my bad. I didn't even mean to. That's my mistake. Fuck me. But no, Volk versus Makhachev. Boog, what are we thinking here? Do you think Makhachev just has too much size?
I mean, it's kind of what the narrative is, but I'm really interested to really we're going to just find out, because Volk's saying he's going to find out quick that I'm not easy to take down. He's not massive over me, like I'm going to be moving around. And Islam obviously thinks he's way bigger than him. So it's going to be interesting to find out where that is, because I think, you know, Volk does present some challenges. And, you know, in the Islam fight with Charles, you know, you look back on the replays, he kind of did have sloppy striking. And if Volk can be elusive and not be not get like caught on the ground and like kind of keep getting up and get Islam tired and force it to be a striking battle, right, and he can have success. I hope he does. I'm not a fan of them. And obviously you got, not only is Khabib's not going to be in the corner, that's going to be working against Islam, but also if Volk wins, that sets up double champ him versus double champ Connor 155. Let's do it.
How does everything make its way back there? It's actually incredible. That's good work on your end. But I don't know about that, one. But two, I know you dislike Islam, but in that whole group, do you really think that do you I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Fuck, I can't think.
Think Volk has a chance?
Yeah. I mean, but I didn't want it to seem like he doesn't have any chance. Yeah, because I think he does.
He's got a chance. I mean, he's in his home country, right, and you know he's fought at what, 170, 185. I mean, he's fought up before. He's
According
a rugby
to Joe
guy.
Rogan, he's been 400 pounds.
Yeah, he's like a fucking bear or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It all depends. But yeah, Islam is, a freak. According to Bobby Green, he was on steroids since he's 8 years old, which I believe. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Is Islam too big, or is Volk too much of a bowling ball? You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be different trying to take down a guy that's 4 inches shorter than your average opponent, way stockier. But yeah, Kev, yeah. What do you think about this fight, this championship belt?
I mean, yeah, Boog was hitting on a lot of kind of things I was echoing. I think just to kind of piggyback off of it, we're going to know on that first, basically fighting for overhooks or that first shot when they're actually body to body. Because no matter how you look at him, Islam's always just going to tower because he's like 5 inches bigger, 5'11" to 5'6". Your eye is naturally going to go 5'11". But Volk is also long as shit for 5'6". He's got like a reach of someone who's like 6 feet. I think it's.
I was gonna say his hands look like they're down to their knees.
Dude, I want to see. Dude, he's longer than Volk, or excuse me, he's longer than Makhachev.
Really?
By an inch. Yeah.
Wow, so that's good stats.
It's different. I got my phone right here.
I love
it. It's different though, because it's not 5'5", like 65-inch reach, but just like punches like Tyson.
Right.
If that was the matchup, I would pick Islam to just roll through a punch and just win the fight. But it is different. So I definitely think Volk has a chance. I have no idea who's going to win. I just hope. I just want to see stuffed takedowns. I want to see if Islam can just get up and keep doing it.
Right.
Because if that happens and he wins, look out. Who's going to beat him?
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know where he goes from here. I don't know what fight you try
and
set up. Yeah, he might take the GOAT status away from Khabib, or at least the Russian GOAT status. But yeah, I don't know where or what he does from here. I like that. I didn't know Volk was an inch longer in reach. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
No, I knew he was super long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But like you said, it's going to be that first tell of when they get their hands in and they start fighting for the overhooks, the underhooks, someone's clamping down. We're going to get the tell real quick. And I think neither guy's going to shy away from that spot. Both of them are going to want to show what they can do. But yeah, that's going to be a crazy fight. And it's going to set up 155, it's like the deepest division, but at the same time, it's like kind of the most chaotic because of that. There's so many different ways you could go. But yeah, fuck. That's 284. Any final thoughts on 284?
Dude, can I nerd out for a second?
Please.
With the main event, if Islam is able to get through Volk, I would venture to say that the Russian Dagestan like wrestling style is the best in MMA. Like those Russian wrestlers, I mean all of them throughout MMA. It's not just UFC. Like there's a ton of them that just echo this same like root, like just style of fighting. And it's just pretty unique because they're so good at what they do. I don't know, man. If he gets through Volk, like I don't know, man. That style is maybe at least the hardest to prepare for, but it racks up wins in the UFC like no other.
Yeah, and can you imagine what their crop is going to be coming up? It's like if Khabib's taking all the knowledge that he has, I mean, I guess he's not anymore coaching, but anybody from out there, they're taking what they learned and then adapting it to the new game. They're only going to get better. It's going to be crazy.
You know what? I bet you... Wouldn't you see Khabib doing what his dad did? Because didn't his dad first run a gym with kids back in Russia? That's probably what he's just going to do, and he's just going to stay there and just do it.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, too. He has his own kids. You would think he wants to teach them from ground up. I assume that's what he was going to do all year round. I could
just
see
go back
in 20 years Khabib being back in the corner of UFC, fucking teaching
some young prodigy he built up from like
Crazy.
8 years old.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, but no, go on. I was just gonna say I agree with the wrestling. It's badass. Can't do anything about it. Every fight starts standing, but they fucking not for long.
Apparently, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting little tidbit. I'm just gonna be looking for that when it's going down.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, Cat or Boog. You look like you got something to say. Lay it on us.
Well, I was just gonna say, do you guys know the last lightweight champ to gain the belt beating the champ?
I'm gonna take a guess and say Conor McGregor, but I could be wrong.
Isn't that weird though?
I mean, I think it just speaks to the division being so fucking topsy-turvy. I think it's the easiest division to fight for double champs in. It's the easiest, and so people fight. And then
isn't that weird?
Repeat what you said, though. The champ.
Because I know you didn't get. So, who was the last guy to gain the belt beating the champion?
So not taking the interim belt, he actually beat the champion.
Not even an interim belt.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Standing undisputed. Yeah.
Yeah. So the last guy to do it was Conor.
I believe so. I might be wrong, but
I mean that's like a cool little Conor fact. But
it's just like everyone's high on Islam, but it's just like has he beat the champ? No.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
I mean, if the champ wants to come back and find out. I mean,
wow. Could you imagine? I would love to see that. Conor versus
Moscow.
Dude, he wouldn't even make it to the arena. He would be fucking drone strike out of the air.
Makachev in Vegas, hopefully for the first time. So, like, he kind of like gets shunned under the lights. Masvidal knee. And then...
Holy shit, you live in a fantasy world.
Khabib in Moscow.
That is crazy. You're insane. They would never make it in Moscow. It would be a huge safety risk him being in Moscow. I just don't think.
Yes.
I don't think the Russians fuck around.
Putin in the building. Putin and Trump in the building. Wow.
What is this? Are you making a movie script?
It's just Boog's Rocky 4. How horrible. Fuck. All right, dudes. Well, that's it. We did it again. Thank you for doing this with me. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for steering the ship tonight. Was an old doozy of the day for your boy. But thanks again. And until next time, adios.